methionine might be helpful in treating Parkinson's disease. So if you have a sickness that is over there in the parking lot, you need a lot of methionine. Okay? Aging and life extension, cysteine. The highest source of cysteine in the food is whey and egg yolk. So whey and egg yolk. Okay, the whey is about 100%. Its cysteine amino acid conversion, its potential to become glutathione is 100%, and also egg yolk is like that. So if you eat more egg yolk, a lot of egg yolk, you will get plenty of glutathione, and the result is anti-aging. So cysteine converts into glutathione. Cysteine possesses life extension potential by participating in repairing some forms of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid within the body. Cysteine is a powerful antioxidant because it deactivates superpower oxidants, hydrogen peroxides, free radicals, hydroxyl free radicals, singlet oxygen free radicals, and superoxide radicals. Okay? That is from Life Science 2003. Cysteine is beneficial to people with obesity problem as it promotes use of adipose tissue as a source of energy. So it helps you burn fats. Cysteine interacts with aldehydes and prevents them from initiating cross-linking. Cross-linking of connective tissue of collagen will lead to wrinkles and rapid aging process. So it is prevented by cysteine. Cysteine chelates with several toxic minerals and enhancing their elimination. So cysteine is a chelator, just like EDTA. Cysteine applied topically to the scalp may facilitate hair growth in male pattern baldness. Sino po ito may HIV? Kasi ang first sign of senior citizen is HIV with metastasis to the nose and to the ears. Have you heard about that? HIV with metastasis to the nose and to the ear. That means hair is metastasizing to the nose and to the ear. Okay. Cysteine is the best. Wala po akong pinapatamaan. Bato-bato sa langit, ang tamaan, pinatamaan. Okay. I repeat, cysteine applied topically to the scalp may facilitate hair growth in male pattern baldness sufferers. Respiratory system, cysteine alleviates asthma and helps in treatment of various respiratory disorders such as bronchitis and tuberculosis. That is from the journal Immunology 2002. Cysteine helps to prevent some forms of cancer, brought about by significant reductions in the growth of adenocarcinoma and its significant prolongation of lifespan in mice bearing Lewis lung carcinoma without increased toxicity to the host. Cysteine minimizes the toxic side effects of chemotherapy. Okay, that is from Nutrition and Cancer 2002. Cysteine protects the body from the toxic side effects of radiation therapy. The phospholipid lecithin, yeah, right. Lecithin is phosphatidylcholine. Okay. The phospholipid lecithin found in egg markedly inhibits the cholesterol absorption and markedly lowers its uptake by the intestine. When the phospholipid is saturated, its inhibitory effect is further enhanced. That is from JAMA 2010. Lecithin occurs in all unrefined foods containing oil like eggs, liver, brain, nuts, and wheat germ. Lecithin given to animals with atherosclerosis reverses atherosclerosis and restores health. Lecithin will totally rejuvenate all your blood vessels. It is what called fat burner. It is a furnace of fats. It will remove all the clogs in the blood vessels. That's from the American Journal of Physiology. Supplements of lecithin have caused angina pain to disappear. Okay, right? So, eating eggs, angina pain will also disappear. That is chest pain from the heart. And it's beneficial to those who have cerebral atherosclerosis or those who suffer stroke and even heart attack. The use of lecithin as a supportive treatment in severe ulcerative colitis, okay, could bleed, gastrointestinal bleeding, and the area showed a significant improvement in those whose ulcerative colitis was fully responsive to corticosteroid. Moreover, they were able to completely discontinue their corticosteroids without disease flare-up compared to those taking placebo. That is Annals of Internal Medicine 2007. Evidence suggests that post-phosphatidylcholine, that is lecithin, or lecithin may reduce homocysteine levels, which in turn will likely reduce heart disease risk. So by eating egg, beef, liver, whole grains, legumes, you don't die of heart attack. Lecithin plays a role in nerve function. It has also been suggested as a treatment for various psychological and neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, bipolar disorder, Parkinson's disease, Tourette syndrome, and tardive dyskinesia, a late developing side effects of drug use for psychosis. That is from the Annals of Journal of Psychiatry in 1982. Okay? CoQ10, you know this, right? Coenzyme Q10, that is blood by cholesterol lowering drugs. That's why cholesterol lowering drugs can cause heart failure. CoQ10 plays an important role in mitochondrial adrenal triphosphate synthesis and function as an antioxidant in mitochondrial membranes. Tissue levels of coenzyme Q10 have been reported to decline with age, characterized by decline in energy metabolism in many tissues, especially liver, heart, and skeletal muscles. It has been proposed that age-associated declines in tissue CoQ10 levels may play a role in this decline. That is CoQ10, molecular mechanism in heart disease. Okay. CoQ10 increases the concentration of CoQ10, hydrogenated CoQ10, or reduced CoQ10, which inhibits oxidation of LDL in human health. CoQ10 can significantly decrease monocyte expression of ETD, suggesting another potential mechanism for the inhibition of atherosclerosis. So it's very important to prevent clogging of the arteries. CoQ10 can include patients with various types of mitochondrial encephalomyopathies. So brain damage can be repaired by enhanced CoQ10. So you have to eat foods that high in CoQ10, like again eggs, number one, dairy products, fish, meat, poultry, and so on. Studies actually found significantly greater improvement in measures of anaerobic and aerobic exercise performance of those taking CoQ10 supplementation compared with the placebo group. CoQ10 and vitamin E given to patients with Friedreich's ataxia, that is in coordination of movement, resulted to improvement of energy metabolism of cardiac and skeletal muscle and prevention of progressive decline of neurological function. In Friedreich's ataxia, you can become paralyzed. Alpha-lipoic acid, the universal antioxidant found in red meat, liver, and brewer's yeast. Both alpha-lipoic acid and dihydrolipoic acid have been found to inhibit copper and iron mediated oxidative damage in the test tube and to inhibit excess iron and copper accumulation in animal models. Alpha-lipoic acid may be beneficial in the treatment of diabetic peripheral neuropathy and cardiovascular autonomic neuropathy. Right? Feeding high doses of LA to mice with experimental autoimmune encephalomyelitis, a model of multiple sclerosis, has been found to slow disease progression. So it's very good for brain damage, and alpha-lipoic acid alone or in combination with other antioxidants like carnitine. L-carnitine has been found to improve measures of memory in animal models of age-associated cognitive decline, including rats, mice, and dogs. So it's very good for citizens for their memories. Senior citizen. Okay. Carnosine is a combination of two important amino acids that is found in high protein foods like beef, poultry, egg, milk, and cheese. Okay. Carnosine is a combination of two important amino acids, beta-alanine and L-cysteine. It has the ability to change itself into numerous compounds that can each carry out or enhance many important body functions. That's why it's called the miracle worker. Okay? All-in-one super antioxidant effectively quenches the most destructive of the free radicals. The hydroxy radicals, superoxide, singlet oxide, and peroxide radicals. Just like cysteine amino acid and glutathione. An inexpensive oral chelation therapy, carnosine, have all the same chelating properties as EDTA. If you like EDTA effect, then you get that also from carnosine. So you have to eat a lot of what? A lot of eggs, beef, poultry, milk, and cheese. As a cell rejuvenator, it has the remarkable ability to actually rejuvenate cell approaching senescence, or the end of lifespan of dividing cell, restoring normal appearance, extending the cellular lifespan. expedites wound healing, and protects the microvasculature of the brain from plaque formation that may lead to senility and Alzheimer's disease. So carnosine prevents glycation. What is glycation? It's common among diabetic patients. When the sugar is very high, it binds with protein, and that's known as glycation. And that is highly oxidizing. It will destroy you. Okay? Prevents glycation may also play a role in the disposal of glycated protein. Carnosylations, the process where carnosine combines with denatured molecules, starts glycated proteins for cell removals. Improve learning and spatial awareness for ADHD and autistic patients. So ADHD and autistic, you eat a high protein diet, plenty of egg, plenty of vitamins. Increases the strength and endurance of tired muscles. All in the Journal of Physiology 2002. Improve calcium response. Enables the heart muscle to contract more effectively through enhancement of calcium response in heart myocytes. So carnosine is excellent for those with heart failure. Protects cellular DNA from oxidative damage that accumulates with age. Carnosine is very important to prevent cancer. Help prevent skin collagen cross-linking, which leads to loss of elasticity, wrinkles, macromolecular disorganization, and loss of extracellular matrix, and also of rapid aging process. That's carnosine. Has been shown to prevent or reverse cataract. By the way, in my eyesight, when I was 40 years old, I had cataract. So I had to use eyeglass. But when I followed this diet, I don't use anymore eyeglass. Now I'm 66. Improves myocardial contractility during hypoxia, simulating verapamil effect, a calcium channel blocker, frequently prescribed for the treatment of heart disease. Opens completely new horizons in the treatment of myocardial insufficiency. That's good for heart failure. The entire body of research on calcium reveals the promise as an anti-aging nutrient that works at several levels to protect multiple organ systems. That's from drugs research, okay, in development 2000. So benefits from ruminant meats. The hard tissue of goat and chicken showed significant bactericidal activities on many bacterial isolates. For example, Salmonella Escherichia coli and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. That is from 2010. Okay? Experimental biology. Red meat is an excellent source of vitamin B12 and of vital minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium. All these are easily absorbed by the body. Beef and lamb are rich in linoleic acid and palmitoleic acid, which have strong anti-cancer effects and fight viruses and other pathogens. Okay. Next. That is August 2003. Butyric acid, that is butter fat. Where do you get butter? You get that from the cream of the milk, not from non-fat milk, right? You get that from cheese, from creams, sour cream, and so on. Butyric acid helps prevent colon cancer. Right. By stimulating growth of normal cells in colon and retarding growth of cancerous cells. That's from the Journal of Gastroenterology. Short fatty acids, butyric, short-chain fatty acids, help maintain mucosal barriers of the gut, and lack of these acids may cause ulcerative colitis and other inflammatory conditions. So you see, Crohn's disease, they are very easy to manage. But worldwide, they cannot manage Crohn's disease, but in my clinic, they're fast. They get well very fast. Ulcerative colitis, very fast. Why? Because my diet is high in butter. High in butter and full cream milk, especially unpasteurized. Studies show that short-chain fatty acids have the ability to induce cellular growth arrest, differentiation, and apoptosis in colon cancer. So, butter in your gastrointestinal tract will prevent bacteria, viral infection, and even cancer. Kaya nga sabi nila, pag may ka ng butter, yung mga cancer cell madudulas, mahuhulog siya. Kaya kumain kayo ng butter. You eat a lot of butter, your gastrointestinal tract will be slippery, and the cancer cells will slide down. I have to translate in English. GABA. In the brain, butyric acid becomes GABA, and then its very value acts to relax you. GABA is a neurotransmitter that transmits nerve impulses across a synapse. It is highly concentrated in the hypothalamus, so it plays a significant role in hypothalamic pituitary function, which impact all hormonal functions of the body, including growth hormone. It also controls functions of sleep cycles, body temperature, the activity of the pituitary gland. That's from Journal of Sciences, 2009. The anticonvulsant GABA possesses anxiolytic but not amnesic effects in that. So it's good to remove anxiety. It's good antidepressant. So butter is excellent. Okay. Results suggest GABA has a hypotensive effect, and the hypotensive effect of fermented milk is due to GABA. That's why you drink a lot of milk, you eat a lot of butter, your blood pressure will fall to normal. Journal Advanced Pharmacology, 2010. GABA may play a role including migraine, sleep disorders, post-herpetic neuralgia, diabetic neuropathy, and tardive dyskinesia. GABA as treatment for anxiety disorders. So, as I said earlier, if you take butter, the butter becomes GABA in the brain. If you are stressed in the mental institution, if they are violent, they give them injection of Valium. And they relax because Valium acts on the neurotransmitter GABA. And where do you get GABA? You get that from butter. So children, if they are not given GABA, they are hyperactive. They are violent. But you remove violence in the family just by giving butter to everybody. Saturated fat, poor milk and everything. That's why if you don't give them butter, what will happen to you is buttered wife and buttered children. So, saturated fat from butter, cheeses, milk, meat of ruminants enhances the immune system. Journal of Cancer. Okay? Is necessary for healthy bones. Provides energy and structural integrity to the cell. That is saturated fat. From meat, so protects the liver. Enhances the body's use of essential fatty acid. Okay? Role of saturated fat constitute at least 50% of cell membranes. They give our cells necessary firmness and integrity. They play a vital role in the health of our bones. At least 50% of our dietary fats need to be saturated for calcium to be incorporated effectively into the skeletal muscle. If your butter fat is very low or your saturated fat is very low, you cannot produce strong bones. Lower lipoprotein alpha, a substance in the blood that indicates proneness to heart disease. If you eat saturated fat and butter, you are protected from heart attack, as I explained earlier. Protects the liver from the toxic effects of alcohol and certain drugs. And saturated fat enhances the immune system, so you can fight cancer, you can fight bacteria, you can fight infection. Needed for proper utilization of essential fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are better retained in the tissues when the diet is rich in saturated fats. That's from the fish oil. Saturated 18-carbon stearic acid and 16-carbon palmitic acid are the preferred foods for the heart, which is why the fat around the heart muscle is highly saturated. The meaning, if you like to strengthen a weak heart, you need to eat a lot of saturated fat. You need a lot of full cream milk. Okay? Maliwanag po ba? Short and medium chain fatty acids, where do they come from? They come from butter. They come from palm oil. They come also from, you can get them also some from lauric acid, from coconut oil. Categorized as saturated have important antimicrobial properties. Short is butter, butyric acid, then capric acid, and ultimately lauric acid. They protect us against harmful microorganisms in the digestive tract. So saturated fat is very good for us to fight diseases. Medium chain triglycerides are more readily absorbed by the body and more quickly metabolized or burned as fuel. Thus, the calories contained in medium chain triglycerides are very efficiently converted into fuel for immediate use by organs and muscles. If you have weak heart, you need medium chain triglycerides also. Medium chain triglycerides have a number of properties that may be beneficial in preventing atherosclerosis, anti-coagulation effects, lower serum cholesterol, antioxidant, and reduce tissue requirements of vitamin E, and blood glucose lowering effect. The combination of the glucose and lipid lowering effects of medium chain triglycerides resulted in longer lifespan. So, kung kakain kayo ng saturated fat, you will live longer. MCT is a proven useful in treating a number of medical disorders that involve impaired or damaged lipid fat metabolism. This includes obstructive jaundice, biliary cirrhosis, cystic fibrosis, pancreatitis, celiac disease, Whipple's disease, Crohn's disease, regional arthritis, and malabsorption in neonates. That's why these disorders are very common in infants because they are not given full cream milk. They are given pediatric formula which is devoid of cream. And in the cream, you find their short chain fats and short medium chain fats, fatty acid. MCTs seem to offer a triple approach to weight loss. They have a lower calorie content and than other fats, are minimally stored as fat, and contribute to enhanced metabolism to burn even more calories. Whey, immunoglobulins, that is the antibodies that kills cancer and bacteria. Whey fraction of milk contains a significant amount of immunoglobulins, approximately 10 to 15% of total whey proteins. Bovine milk immunoglobulin typically ranges from 0.6 to 0.9 mg per ml, and is therefore likely to confer immunity that could be carried to humans. Okay. Study shows raw milk from non-immunized cows contains specific antibodies to human rotavirus, as well as antibodies to bacteria such as E. coli, Salmonella enteritidis, Salmonella immunum, and Shigella flexneri. But all of these are useless if the milk is pasteurized. The milk should be raw. Okay, that's very important. That is food and immunology. So, this constituent of foods that are usually withheld by conventional health practitioners are high in nutrients or substances that can exert certain physiological function that could be effective in the prevention and treatment of diseases. Take, for example, the following studies or recent studies on the two most maligned food, red meat, beef, and egg. As Ed notes natal. Dr. John, would you take my place? And notes natal. Para take a break. Okay lang? End notes naman to. Ang end notes nito, di ba kung isang 1 page lang. Dito, baka 100 pages. Red meat is long established as an important dietary source of protein and essential nutrients, including iron, zinc, and vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 to prevent paralysis. Yet, recent reports that its consumption may increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. So, we were misled. We were afraid of red meat because we were told, oh, magkakasakit ka, ma-heart attack. I have already presented to you that it prevents heart attack. And even it will cause colon cancer. And it had led to a negative perception of the role of red meat in health. So what I presented, this paper reviewed existing literatures for both the risks and benefits of red meat consumption, focusing on case control and prospective studies. Despite many studies reporting an association between red meat and the risk of cardiovascular disease and colon cancer, several methodological limitations and inconsistencies were identified, which may impact on the validity of their findings. Overall, there is no strong evidence to support the recent conclusion from the World Cancer Research Fund report that red meat has a convincing role to play in colon cancer. You've seen right what I have presented. Okay? A substantial, that is red meat science or meat science 2010 journal. A substantial amount of evidence supports the role of lean red meat as a positive moderator of lipid profiles, with recent studies identifying it as a dietary source of the anti-inflammatory long-chain PUFAs, okay? N3 PUFAs, that is omega-3, and conjugated linoleic acid CLA. In conclusion, moderate consumption of lean red meat as part of balanced diet is unlikely to increase risk for cardiovascular disease or colon cancer, but may positively influence nutrient intakes and fatty acid profiles, thereby impacting positively on long-term health. Now, what about egg? Journal, the American College of Nutrition 2000. Conference about nature's original functional food. Where would be without egg? Dr. Claire Hustler, PhD of the University of Illinois, gave a presentation entitled The Changing Face of Functional Food, in which he notes that eggs had not traditionally been regarded as a functional food. Before, not a functional food, but now, yes. Primarily due to concerns about their adverse effects on serum cholesterol level. I proved to you that cholesterol has nothing to do with health, right? The higher the cholesterol, the better. However, it is now known that there is little, if any, connection between dietary cholesterol and blood cholesterol level. That means you eat a lot of cholesterol-rich food, your cholesterol level will not rise. Cholesterol level rises when you have infection, when you have cancer to fight. Okay? In addition, Dr. Hansler notes that eggs are an excellent source of many essential, for instance, protein, okay, carnosine, carnitine, choline, and non-essential, for example, lutein, zeaxanthin, components which may promote optimal health. While most people associate carotenoids with vegetables, akala nila carotenoids lang ang vegetables are rich in carotenoids. Egg contains 400 carotenoids. Carotenoids are anti-cancer, and they will prevent macular degeneration, they will prevent cataract, and they can reverse that.